Yeah, good morning. Yeah, I met a guy the other day. This guy had just come out of Broadmoor, done about 10 years, yeah. I'd love to do a podcast with him, but not yet. He's, still a bit all over the gaff. But he was talking about people in Broadmoor, and he was talking about a guy called Alan Pounty. Well, I knew Alan Pounty very well. Alan Pounty very well. Met him in my YP. Alan Pounty and his dad used to do burglaries. Dad used to pick him up and put him through windows. He's only tiny, really tiny guy, yeah. And he got HMP. There was some blood, hit the old woman, and she cut him or something with a knife, and she come out the kitchen and cut him up. I don't know, but he hit the old woman and killed her, yeah. So the DNA, he got a life. He got what's his name? HMP. The old man got a life, yeah. I met him in Aylesbury Prison on YP. He worked in the laundry. He didn't like Indians, but he used to have these safety pins, yeah? Big long safety pins like that, and he used to put all the clothes, used to do a lot of women's clothes at hospitals and prisons, yeah? So bras, panties, but he used to do them all, yeah? He was number one in there. He'd give people a job. Give me a job on the calendar. I won up the washing machine in the end, yeah? And I was in there for quite some time with him, and he got involved with the old boy in there. I don't know if it was civil or a screw, but he was always in there with him, having teas and what have you. And one day he stabbed an Indian in the leg with one of his things, his safety pins. So the Indian went to the hospital, didn't gas him up, so Alan was like, okay, still at his job. But we got in to go to work. We're walking across the yard. All of a sudden, boom, there's murders, screws running around into the laundry. Alan has stabbed the old boy that works in there, a civvy or a screw. So Alan's now been dragged out. So Alan got shipped to Parkhurst. He was in there for quite some time, and then he went to Broadmoor. He got involved with Ronnie Kray. Evidently, my mate was telling me he was like Ronnie Kray's boy. He's running around making teas and all this, that, and the other, Alan. And the guy was telling me that, Sutcliffe was there when he was there. Ronnie Kray would have it round Sutcliffe. It's crazy, man. And also, Ronnie Kray would have it round Alan Pounty. Alan Pounty didn't like all that shit. Didn't like him involved with other people. So when I see Alan Pounty in the scrubs, I didn't know what happened. And he always showed me Alan Pounty was all the pictures from Ronnie Kray and the letters he got from Reggie Kray, and all the Krays, they loved him to death, and pictures and paintings and fucking everything, yeah. And the kid was a mess, yeah, a mess. He looked old. He looked really, really old. His hair was up the top, up here, all smart still, but old, mate. He looked shattered. And the guy was telling me that, he stabbed Peter Sutcliffe. He stabbed him up in Broadmoor. So it must have been late 80s, early 90s that I was in the scrubs. Might be even later than that, yeah. But he stabbed him up really bad. Cut him as well. I think Ronnie Kray got involved. I think he stabbed Ronnie in the leg with a bit of glass, and he had to ship him out. He was absolutely too dangerous. He was going to get killed, I suppose. He got shipped out. That many time I met him in the scrubs, and the guy was telling me that he was lucky that he never got killed, Alan, because there was a lot of people going to kill him, because he just took the right liberties. Ronnie Kray, I suppose, was going to kill him anyway, but Alan got shipped out. As I say, I met him in the scrubs. But he was so in love with the Krays, he still took me to a cell and some of the paintings and all this, that and the other. But the guy was telling me that he believed they said that he died. He died in prison. Whether or not it's true, I don't know. Whether Alan Pounty is still about, he looks at my videos, podcasts and all that. If he is, give me a message on my comments, yeah? But Alan Pounty, mate, it was a shame. he was such a young guy. They got involved. I suppose Ronnie was getting hold of him. Ronnie Kray was more like getting hold of Peter Sutcliffe. And I think because he didn't like it, Alan, I suppose he stabbed Peter Sutcliffe up, and then supposed to stab Ronnie Kray in the leg with a glass. Yeah, whether or not it's true, I don't know, but it's what my mate told me, and I believe what my mate told me is the truth. Bang bang, good morning.